As a tech reviewer, I try my best to keep up with, but I'm not so big of a channel where I get all of my stuff for free. So I have to do my own reviews and I have to buy my own equipment so I can check them out to see if they're worthwhile and it's something that's going to keep my audience engaged. So the latest and greatest is very important to me. But I'm kind of on the fence. I've got the X3, I've got the X4, and I've got the 360 1-inch edition, and I don't know which one to keep. But I am selling two of these. So if you would, please leave down in the comments what you think of the results of the upcoming test of me flying my drone, because I love to do drone videos, and I like to do reviews on these drones, but I want you to be able to see some of the action as well. So having that extra perspective to add for B-roll, or even just anything odd that happens that you wouldn't normally see, I can put that in all of my videos. So it's very helpful to be able to do so, and I need it to be as clear as possible. I really wasn't so happy with the X3. I tried it for a while. I tried to rig it out with external microphones, and it just didn't do the trick. The 1-inch edition is very good for low light. The stitch line is absolutely horrendous. It's a lot fatter, it's wider, and I'm just not a big fan of that distance between them if I get too close with the drone. I have the X4 here, which seems to have a very similar stitch line as the X3, but it's the quality as good, or if not better, because we have to keep in mind they advertise it as an 8K camera. Now let's not be confused by the 8K, because it is broken up into two lenses. It's 4K and 4K, and when you reframe it you get 2.7K versus the X3 where you only got 1080p out of each reframe. So that quality was not good when you're outdoors and you get a little bit of distance between you and the drone, so it wasn't very clear. So we're going to see how that looks in comparison to my 360 1-inch edition, because the stitch line is huge on this thing and I can't stand that, because if you get too close or you get right at the right angle, you see the actual drone, even in the sky, it disappears for a second in and out of frame. So we're going to see if that also happens with this camera. So if the X4 performs better, then say goodbye to the 1-inch edition X3 and say goodbye to the X3, and I will put them on the marketplace and sell them and get my money back for the X4 and live happily ever after, at least until next year. So here we go. So here's the X3. Here's the Insta360 1-inch edition. And now at the start of the show, here's the X4. So as you can tell, the X4 is the clear winner on this small test, but the next test is I had all three cameras set up at the same exact focal distance away from the drone, and I just flew it away. And the furthest away that it got before it disappeared actually belonged to the X4. But I turned each camera off as soon as I lost visibility. So when the screen goes black, that means that we've lost visibility on it, and you'll see which one is absolutely the clear winner. So obviously there's a clear winner here, but it isn't by a landslide, and that would be between the X4 and the 1-inch edition. The X3 definitely has to get sold. It's time, and it's served its purpose, and it's done a very good job. And if you already have it, do I think that it's worth upgrading to the X4? Absolutely, yes, I do, because the X4 just provides that extra image quality that gives you that extra punch that you're really looking for in one of these 360 cameras. And the 1-inch actually comes in very close to it, but one of the advantages of the 1-inch is because of the larger sensor, you're going to get better low light performance. So I still have some thinking to do between these two cameras, and I might try to justify just keeping this one and using it for that nighttime footage. I use my Pocket 3 for a lot of nighttime footage, but as far as 360 imagery goes, I think that might need to stay, but I'm going to ponder on that one a little bit longer. There's a lot of other advantages of having this X4, and that's because it still maintains that waterproof. This 1-inch edition is not waterproof. You'd have to get a dive case for it, but you can still get away with like using it in a pool down to like 10 meters with the X4 and be completely fine. Other advantages because of the upgrade is not only the image quality, but the screen is a little bit larger than the X3. They've done a better job of ensuring that it doesn't overheat as often, and I haven't had that happen yet, but I'm sure this summer I'll really put this thing to the test. But one of my favorite things, and I did not use these on this review, is the removable lens guards. These you have to send, once you get them scratched, you have to send it back. These now, you can put the lens guards over them. You can get the premium or you can get the regular kind that come with it and just click them on there and you're protected for, a little bit better. You do have a little bit of extra reflection because of it, but I haven't seen it be a game changer for anyone yet. I'm going to be doing a lot more reviews, and the X4 is going to be my assistant from here forth. So 2024 is going to be a good year for drone reviews. So if you like that sort of thing, please make sure you stay tuned. One thing before we go back inside, I do want to show you the brightness of the X4 over the X3. I really hope you enjoyed this review. If you haven't already, please subscribe, hit the like button, notification bell for any upcoming content, because we have a lot coming up. I've got some sponsored stuff coming up real soon. Little stuff, it's a smaller channel, so I don't get any of the big ticket items, but the ones that I do, I find value in sharing with you. So stay tuned, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye.